Yeah, welcome back to the shop. It is after hours again, and today we are working on a request from Wyatt the Meeb guy. And his request says this, or I'll pop it up on the screen. Can you make me some art as well? I say sure. What are you thinking? And he says the characters in his profile picture, which are this picture here. I'm popping up on the screen right now. And of course, these three characters are Nitebear, Rare Cranchee, and Rare Meebkin from My Singing Monsters. Meebkin obviously is the namesake of our boy Wyatt the Meeb guy at Dragon Meebkin 6739. Thanks for the request, brother. We will go ahead and get to all three of these in one picture, so we're going to kind of move fast so that we can get through the three of them and still try to keep it to about 30 minutes. Okay, sorry if that was loud. Sorry about that. All right, so I'm going to also try to keep it sort of similar to his profile picture, and keep the three monsters like sort of in the kind of the, like with Nitebear on the left, Rare Cranchee on the right, and Rare Meebkin in the middle. So let's see. Get it started. So start with Nitebear on this side. Now Nitebear is a kind of a bigger creature, so he's going to be a lot of really big ovals and circles and stuff. And we'll make him nice and steady on this side. Erase that little wandering line over there. A little foot here. Other little foot here. I don't know what kind of pose maybe to do for these guys. Except maybe like, I think what we're gonna do is, since Meebkin's in the middle, we can have Meebkin like holding up his little baton to balance it. So if we put the baton like up here, this area, he gives us a good balance between the three. And then, you know, Cranchee's going to be a little more difficult to draw than the other two, I think. Yeah, so I was thinking maybe like, maybe we could put Meebkin or Nitebear. Let's see. Kind of like here, one hand on his belly, kind of. He's got like the large scales or whatever these are on his belly. It's just half of them are kind of covered up. Those are actually a little too far apart. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna get rid of them. We'll just try that again. I don't even need to draw these right now. I don't know why I'm bothering at the moment. He's got like other little kind of scales and whatever. This particular side of him is the blue side, so he's got like the little lumps on this side. So maybe on this side, and he's got the fingers on this side is the bear paw. And this side is the actual fingers. He's got 4 fingers in total. And we can make this guy a little smaller too, if we have to. His fingers are a little long, kind of unsettlingly long on this side. So we'll just kind of like, yeah, there we go. Okay. And let's make him a little smaller. If nothing more than to just be able to space him out. we can always make him bigger, and we'll probably have to make the hand a little smaller. I think. Oops. Just maybe a little smaller. Okay, and then he's got like tentacles or something coming off his head, 3 eyes. So if we do the center here, got one big eye in the middle, it's the big Cyclops eye, but he's actually a Triclops. These 2 eyes are, I don't want to say sad, they're almost like just kind of covered by the excess skin he has going on here. And then he's got the little animal nose, like the little rabbit nose. Actually, that's not quite right. It's like this, more like a dog nose, I guess. But he's got like the rabbit snout. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's more like a dog. It is a little more like a dog. And then just the one tooth here. Instead of the hand out like this, maybe we just, what should we do? We'll pause on this hand for a minute. Figure out what to do with it in a minute. Okay, now this is the fuzzy leg. And it's got 3 sloth toes. Mess that up. 3 sloth toes over here. 1, 2, 3. But they're covered up with the fuzzy stuff, so here. And then now redo that. Ugh. Okay. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, and then we've got the other foot, which is like, I don't know, standard monster foot. Kind of like an elephant almost, maybe. This monster in particular is kind of weird. I guess all the monsters are kind of weird. This one is maybe just a little more weird than a normal one for me. Okay. Good. I'll do something else with this hand too. We'll figure out what we're gonna do with the hands. And then the hair is like overgrown. It's almost like an overgrown, like a sidewalk or something. It's overgrown with weeds, but in this case, it's just like hair. There we go. It's too big. Maybe we can try to erase the little lines here since they're covered up with hair and you won't see them. Just give ourselves a little bit of a head start when we get to the inking part. Okay, and then he's got like a mutant head up here. Because he's got like a growth here. Some hair sticking out of it. Like another one right here. There we go. Okay, and then he's got these like little dreadlock tentacle things. There's 7 of them. So we'll have one in the middle. I'm not sure what's on the end of them. It's like a tucked in wire, maybe? Something like that. Okay, so this is going to be tricky spacing these out appropriately. There. Okay. And they all kind of like curl to the middle. So we'll keep it curled into the middle. Okay, that's 3. A few more of these. That's 5, so 2 more. This little thing here. And last one. Yeah, like that. Cool. Alright. Figure out what we're gonna do with the arms in a minute. That's still just a little too big, maybe. Keep him right here for now. He's got arms, they're coming. Just not yet. Alright, the second guy is gonna be... We can put Meebkin in the middle, I guess. Just like quickly rough him in. And then finish him up after we do Cranchee. But he's going to be... head is like a, kind of like a this, and he's got that big like frill. That didn't work out quite like I wanted it to. It's like a 2-part frill. It's like it's got a secondary bone to it. It looks like, or cartilage, or whatever this guy's made of. In the make-believe world, or the My Singing Monsters world, rather. It's as real as you want to make it. Okay. Remember, this is a separate layer. We made a separate layer for this guy, so we don't have to worry about drawing over Nitebear and ruining anything on that layer that we have so far done. Okay. A little bigger. And then he's got like these little things here, and we'll come fix this later when we come back for the second pass on this guy. It almost looks like a, I don't know what he looks like. I was gonna say shrimp. I guess he kinda does. Okay, and then it comes down here. And then he's got like this little, just this little bean body. There we go. Got a nostril here, a nostril here. It does look a little weird, because we haven't really fixed it yet. And that's maybe just a bit too big. And then he's got the little thing that holds his eye in there. And we'll come back and fix that. And then he's got these little legs. This. He's got another little leg. This. And we want him, since he's got these like super long, like triple jointed arms. He's gonna be raising up the flag. Or not the flag, the baton. And 3 fingers. Okay. Really rough to start here. We'll twist him. Let's instead say he's doing like this, like his hand is like this, and he's holding the baton like, I don't know, kind of up, maybe up like this. Since Cranchee's gonna have kind of a lot going on his side too, we're gonna maybe need to make room. Okay, and then we'll just put the rough baton like right here. It's the one side. Let's pull this up. There's the other. I'm pretty sure this guy's smaller than Nitebear. So don't. I may have to move the arm again. Because I want the baton to be like clearly above. And I guess it's okay if we don't show the triple joint on this arm. We just go like this, just for placeholder for now. He's also got wings. And he's got one little like finger-like thing here. Okay, no tail. And then this arm, which is triple jointed, is gonna be like, there's the first joint. Here's the next joint. Okay. We'll just leave that's just placeholder. We'll come back and get to him at the end. We can even put him like a little lower. And we'll make Nitebear just a little bigger because he's a bigger monster, I'm pretty sure. Maybe we'll even make the baton. Whoops. Just like maybe we'll make it vertical instead. Like this or something. What do we do? Or we can make him like looking straight at the camera. And then have like both arms straight up in the air. really emphasize his baton. Like this or something. Maybe like that. The baton seems to be important for him. And I don't have this monster. I've never made it this far in the game yet, so I'm not sure if his baton is important to him. But it seems like it is. And then we can make this other wing here. Since he's going to be facing forward, we'll be able to see both wings. Oh boy, we'll quickly run out of space here with this vertical format. And I have to do it like that because of the short. Let's shrink this down a little bit. I meant to select both of those. Whoa, I don't want to move them, I want to shrink them. For a minute, we can resize them once we're done making Cranchee, rare Cranchee. Get rid of this thing. Maybe we could even make this guy up with like a knee bent or something. He's like flying. We'll come back. We'll make those decisions in a minute. Okay, so Cranchee is more like a squid. And let's see if we can find a spot where there is open space for us to just make him. And then we can put him where we want once we get it figured out. Let's see. And I don't know much about this one either, but he kind of looks like an old-timey radio. He's got the face here, but it comes up into the squid head. And it's got like the frills. There's 5 frills on the top of the squid head. There we go. Looking like a broccoli head. That's not good. Get rid of that. Because he's got some filigree here. There's some sort of design. It's like a, I don't know what it is. It kind of looks like a like one of those old school like grandma porcelain cups or bowls or whatever. That's what it kind of reminds me of. But also all like an antique radio. I don't know. Is it maybe supposed to be like a porcelain antique radio? Then he's got like the Bugs Bunny half closed eyelid. Like he's just not really entertained by the things that are happening around him. And here's what makes me think that it's the antique radio, is because it's got like these grill speakers right there. This design needs to be lower, I think. Like more on the forehead, like right here. Right? No, that's not right. Like right here, maybe. And then since it's kind of in the 3/4, it's going to be covering up this design. Like that, sort of. And then he's got like the frilly neck thing, like old school ass maids and whatever had, or butlers or whatever. And then he's got, it looks like ribbons or something here. This is kind of a complicated design. There we go. Okay. More design. So, I don't know, whoever designed this designed it to be as busy as possible. Like, there's just so much going on with this. Like, random designs all over. Random, like, filigrees and other types of designs. So maybe what we'll do is we'll have each of their arms like pointed up towards the baton. So Cranchee will have his right arm up towards the baton, and Nitebear will have his left arm up. Maybe just like showing you the baton as a thing. Since, you know, in a band or in an orchestra, the conductor usually uses some sort of like a wand or a baton or something, or the leader in a marching band or a parade uses the baton. So maybe like Meebkin is the leader of these three in their little band. So he's got the baton up there. And they're just like, yeah, this dude, he's the leader. He's got the baton. Okay, and then it's like a seashell. Okay. And then we got the speaker thing in here. He's almost like Lumiere too from Beauty and the Beast, the little candlestick guy. There's like his little hands that aren't really hands, they're just kind of objects. I'll have this arm down here like this. And he's just kind of like, meh. So with this guy, kind of his little half open eyes kind of signal to me that like he's not all that interested in what's going on. He's only here because they tell him they'll cut his paycheck if he's not. Okay, let's make him smaller. Just a little bit, because he's taking up a lot of space now. Make this around here. And then, so this one's going to be a little off center because he's kind of like folded his arm over. Do the little design around there. Okay. And then give him his little Squidward feet. I kind of want him to be floating. Something like that, I don't know. This is like the back leg anyway. And then this one too is kind of like, woo, it's hanging out. It's hanging out. I'm gonna give it a little bit of shading so we know that it's in the back. There we go. Okay. Now let's go back and finish Meebkin. And then we will get the inking done and the coloring, and we'll move on to the posting phase, which is always the most fun for you guys, I think. You guys are so grateful to see these, and I'm grateful you are. Oops. I need to worry about the others. Put like right here. And then let's move this guy here. A little bigger. Dang. I hate that YouTube Reels is so tall and not wide. It makes these illustrations and animating a pain in the butt. And this dude's just like big. So you just be like, bruh. Yeah, bro. How are we gonna do this without blocking Meebkin? I'll have to put them behind, like Meebkin in the front layer, and these guys behind. So what we'll do is we'll make the hand like this. We'll put those back if we need them. And he's like, ta-da! We can always make this a little smaller. It's a little bigger than like what you might expect. It's almost uncanny how big it is. Okay, and then we move on to this dude, and he's just gonna be like in the middle. Maybe we'll make him a little bigger, but he's gonna be on the front layer from these two. So we'll get rid of that. And anything that's like here, like that. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is rotate his head. So instead of being like that, we're gonna move it over. He's like got a boomerang shaped head almost. And then he's got this big frill that comes right down the middle. And then 4 little like things here. And I don't know what you call them. His arms are unusually long for his body. Instead of making his little toes flat like he's standing, what we'll do instead is point them down like he's flying, which is what we want it to seem like he's actually doing. Okay, so this guy would have his fingers like over like this and over like this. Like, yeah, we did it. And then they like have these drippy things on each side or whatever. What we did here, but something's just not feeling right about it. It's just like more slender than I'm making it. It's like this. I'm just gonna make these really rough here, and I'll go in with a smaller pencil. This one's way too big to be doing those like little, and he's got these big nostrils right here. And I think his body shape is so like bean-like is because he is like leaning backwards. Or he's like tilting forward rather. And his body is like really kind of long, but he's also like leaning forward, so it looks like it's shorter from the front angles. That's what I think. Okay, we'll give this guy some ground to stand on.
this dude's flying and this dude's floating. Flying, floating. We'll go with that. Alright, so there's the final sketch for this one. I will get this thing inked out and colored, and then I will share the final results start to finish on the short that's following this one. The short will come out later today. The full video will do obviously the sketch up to this point, and then I'll post the final picture on the community tab. And I appreciate the opportunity. So thank you, Wyatt, for suggesting the redraw. And until next time, it was great hanging out. See ya.